Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 229 of Dissonant Ways with Domino, Ritz, and Trix.
Yo.
We are all here to talk to you tonight about various different albums and EP. Me, myself, I chose Justice's Cross. And also Days of Ash, a new EP by U2. Trix, you picked the Panturas, Ombak Banyu Asmara, and Ten
Yep.
Ragas to a Disco Beat, which basically is by Charanjit Singh, but then this version just also has other random tracks tacked on at the end. So it's technically a various artists release.
Yep.
And Ritz, you chose Blue Diner's Disc 2 and The Product by Captain Jazz.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Damn.
Say it, everyone. I love you, Captain Jazz, The Product.
I love you,
I love you, Captain Jazz, the product.
Now, for $19.99, you too can buy Captain Jazz, The Product.
You too?
Here's
That sounds
my
like a
main
great
thing.
place to start.
Gonna be real. I completely and totally forgot you picked this domino.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so focused on Cross.
I mean, how
So
could you not be?
I feel like there's a lot of introductions that could be done to this EP, but I feel like the only thing that could truly be fitting is just getting the clip of Krusty the car and going, "What the hell was that?"
So, yeah.
I don't like you two on a good day.
Days of Ash, a new release by U2, the first new stuff in almost a decade. It tries to be very political, it tries to be a bunch of things, and it's U2. And that is always a loaded thing to have, because, Bono is Bono.
Well, yeah, it tries to be political, but it comes off as Christian rock. How did you do that?
But that's Bono, and that's the edge. That's who they are.
Yeah.
Like,
I've always kind of assumed you two is supposed to be Christian rock.
I was reading on their Wikipedia page, it talks about how the early career of U2 was them trying to figure out, do we want to be in this Christian movement that we're in, or do we want to be in a band? And they chose the band. So, this was released on Ash Wednesday, I believe. So, they're really going for the religious kind of references here.
Mm.
And they're trying to be very topical, very upfront with things, because the first song's supposed to be about the killing of Renee Good, and echoing kind of like Sunday Bloody Sunday kind of stuff. And they're kind of talking about Palestine, and they do some really weird things, like having Ed Sheeran there for a minute.
When I think of politics,
I think of a giant ginger.
you're an Irish band. You decide to be political. Who do you get out of everyone? Ed Sheeran.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, they're Irish, so inherently you'd think, yeah, they're supposed to be kind of political, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like U2's never been. Let's not act like Bono has never always tried to put his politics out in the public. Which full credit to. That's courageous to any a pop artist or popular artist to do. We always grew up with the jokes about Bono and his politics.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The classic, every time I clap my hands, a child in Africa
child in
dies.
Africa
Well, stop fucking clapping your hands then.
Classic.
Always a great joke, that one.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that or to talk about recent topics and stuff like that. And yeah, most of the topics that they talk on to, it seems they're on the right side of. I agree with a bunch of the politics, but it feels like when they try to get really metaphorical about it, they kind of lose the message in the metaphor, and that's how it turns into a Christian rock album.
They're more interested in talking about they're trying to be Michelangelo's David, instead of focusing on the actual conflict, like that kind of stuff. Really into the construct of the song they're doing, instead of the actual topic of what they're writing about.
I'm looking at the ratings that this album's gotten, or this EP, and it's gotten like the lowest score it's gotten is a 6 out of 10 from Pitchfork, which even that I feel like is a bit high. I wouldn't put this as like a fucking 2 or anything like that. But like it's getting really good reviews, and what the fuck? It's just mid.
Like, I can't hate
People
this.
love U2.
Like, I think where I stand is I can't hate this because what I was kind of expecting was like moderate Muse or
Yeah, well, they were at least doing better in their politics than modern music. That's
or
Yeah.
like kind of like, not that Sting and Shaggy stuff was bad, but kind of like Sting now. I wonder if he could really pull it together like he used to, right?
Fair, yeah.
So I would kind of expect you two to kind of fall into that like has been rock. You're kind of mostly arena rock now, but you won't admit it kind of thing. But I appreciate that they were trying to make the songs kind of sound different from each other and trying to do some weird choices. Like there's the spoken poem that U2 doesn't seem to be really involved with at all. It's more like producer kind of thing.
Okay.
Technically, is the one that's credited really aside from U2, but of course U2's credited because it's on their album. But you know, is that taking credit for someone else's work? It's kind of murky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh well.
I can't hate it. It's kind of where I land on it. It's like for what U2 is, and I've never been like huge into them. What Bono is, I expected a lot worse.
I can agree with that. I feel like still when you do important politics in your songs and you try to do that metaphor, losing the metaphor, like losing the actual message in the metaphor is a failure. Let's just get that straight, and I feel like that's done here.
Sure.
Now, when it's not, probably most not done by that spoken word poem, which again isn't even really theirs, but yeah, I'm not gonna have a go at cover stuff being on there. But so yeah, it's not really any of them on it. Yeah, like it feels like somehow this is an overhyped EP, and it's not even really hyped, and it's just basically like, yeah, okay, I agree with you two, but the way that you kind of said it was kind of shit.
Like,
Not terribly shit, not we are fucking fucked levels of shit, but
does anything sound bad to
it
you?
could have done better.
Is it just more of like, oh, it's kind of a wanker thing?
In terms of, did it sound bad? It just sounded like U2 again, and I'm not ever been the biggest U2 fan. They're not a band that I'll completely hate, and well, they have their biggest hits sounded a lot more pretentious musically as well, so let's not worry too much, I guess, on that part. But I also didn't really love anything I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really just was, what the hell was that? That just, okay, sure, thanks, Bono.
But I guess I would argue with that, like, at least they can produce a competent song.
Yeah,
Or, you know,
but
30 some 40 whatever years they've been doing this. A lot of bands
But there's
can't do that.
there's a big difference between producing a good song and a competent song.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Like,
I would also argue some good songs aren't competent songs.
sure, that's very true as
Yeah.
well. I guess what I mean to say is, like, I look at it sideways for doing like the Ed Sheeran stuff because like they're friends, I guess, but like why do you need Ed Sheeran? Want to be like a little more, put some backbone into your work. I would probably get someone a little more, I don't know, political or maybe not as fucking well known. I don't know.
Yeah, like, yeah, I don't want to rip too much on Ed Sheeran because there's not really much reason to. Everyone else in the world has already done that. But
It's
like, yeah, are you doing this for the critical nature of it, or are you doing just to try and have a hit off this EP? Because both of them are kind of failed. I would say Yours Eternally is the worst song off this EP.
I kind of go back and forth about American Obituary a little bit. It's a very weirdly cadenced song.
I was going to say the other one I think about would probably be the Tears of Things. I think that's the one I was on about David and Goliath, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, and that's the one where I feel like the message got lost the most. Obviously the David and Goliath metaphor's been done a lot of times, but still, it's like, did you want to hit off this to make the EP popular so that people go in and the message comes in? That could be something, but that's also failed because it's not a hit. It's
Like,
not the biggest song off this EP.
it's a little better than like getting like Justin Bieber to be on the EP, I guess. But it still feels kind of tone deaf either way. Not that Ed Sheeran isn't necessarily caring about any of this or has bad politics. I don't know, but it doesn't read genuine. So that's
the crazy thing. The crazy thing is though, they put out an EP after this.
yes.
Why did they have 2 EPs? They could have just made an album.
And they said there's supposedly an album coming later this year, supposedly. Or is this the second EP, this album that they talked about? Oh.
Damn.
If I had all the authority in the world, I would make sure that Bono was not allowed into a recording studio.
Really? Before Matt Bellamy?
I didn't say that I wouldn't also do that. Yeah, as a bit of whataboutism here, Dominic. Yeah, of course I'm going to focus on that. But for now, we got to focus on the true crime. Stop letting U2 have more fucking songs. Sorry, iTunes and Spotify. Yes, add U2 to every single one of my playlists.
I mean, yes, that is probably the worst thing they've ever done.
Yeah, the iTunes album.
Which, they tried it. They sure tried it, you know? They thought it was going to be this amazing thing, everyone's going to love it, and no.
And everyone was like, "Get this fucking album off my phone."
Yep.
If they gave me, the new Black Country New Road album for free, maybe I'd be happy about it, but
it's still in my iTunes library.
It's in mine. I have no beef with it being in my library, but I realize I'm kind of a rare cat for that.
Do you think anybody owns that album on CD?
Did a CD even get made?
Probably.
Look, Songs of Innocence.
It is kind of fun to see some of the controversies and thinking what hill would some artist die on, and I love it. It's Black Keys drummer said, or was it? No, it was Black Keys. It was just a Buck Cherry guitar. So it's Wikipedia. Yeah. No, it was Buck Cherry that said this one. Sorry, it is just confusing the way that this Wikipedia article did, which makes more sense because Buck Cherry is that type of band. U2 had sent a message to everyone that music is free, and that's disturbing.
Okay, it did release on CD in Poland and the United States and other places. But for some reason, the Poland and United States release date was like a day later. Sure.
I do find it so funny the amount of people who just seem to have a go at U2 for releasing a free album. No, I thought the go is having it just installed on fucking everyone's phones as it ended up going, and people saying like we just didn't want this, but the people were saying like having a go at it being a free and saying it's as damaging to the value of music as piracy. This is why I hate the music industry.
Yeah.
U2 still got paid. Apple paid them a fuck ton for that. So what does it matter?
Yeah.
Oh, straight up, most artists and actual artists will tell you that they don't give a shit about music piracy because they never see a cent from sales anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And even with downloading it to like millions of phones and iPods and all that shit, only made it to number 9 on the U.S. Billboard chart. Only made it to number 7 on the ARIA chart. 5 on the Canadian chart. So was not a number 1 hit, despite literally people getting it for free.
Yeah.
Even in Ireland, it was number 2.
Wild.
I have nothing else to really say about this. It was interesting in that I didn't hate it.
I straight up didn't listen to it.
I would I would just listen to it once through and just see. That's my opinion.
I heard that.
Favorite is the poetry. Least favorite is Yours Eternally.
I realized that this is kind of like a landmark and that we're going to probably hear a bunch of artists try to talk about, killing of Renee Good and Alex Preddy and everything else. So this U2's kind of getting out in front of that. And, that's something to think about. That said, American Obituary is probably my least favorite song on this. And I don't know. Song of the Future is okay. Sure. like, again, a competent song.
I definitely agree that you're right. It is a landmark that you're going to get a lot of talk about this. I mean, Ice gets a lot of talk. I mean, it helps that because of just how the internet is and the loudest people on it, a lot of politics have been American central.
Yes.
For the past bit, which I don't know, I feel like it makes it really easy for the problems for other countries to go a bit more under the radar.
Which they shouldn't.
But
Yeah.
and it's not to say that the killings of Alex Petty and Renee Good weren't, well, they were basically authorized killings of civilians by the government in one way or another. But also, every time I see the Renee Good and Alex Petty, you see so many people forget to mention all the undocumented people who have been killed by ICE.
Yes, everyone else besides those two that were also killed by ICE before and after. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
Primary.
Yes, there were definitely more people that were killed by ICE. It's just two white people died. You got to put their names on it. You know, that's how society has worked, and it's a shame that it's been like that.
The probably the scary part, and I think as an Australian looking on the outside for all of this, is that you will never know the actual number.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think about COVID, and I think about how many people made a COVID album about COVID or about something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, are we gonna have that again?
And there were some absolute shit from that era. Hopefully, it's better now that people can actually properly record their stuff. But yeah, 2020 or the 2020 cycle had some great stuff in it, but no one talks about it anymore because just no one wants to remember that time, and that's fair. It feels like if you release something in the 2020 cycle, it's just gone basically. The only one I could probably think of, just globally, is Heat Waves. And even then, people are like, that still has a lot of negative reception, that song.
Well, it seems like
I liked Heat Waves for the record.
I don't remember what Heat Waves is.
Sometimes all I think of is you.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay.
It looks like U2's COVID project was a re-recorded album of their 40 songs, acoustic versions.
Like, I'm actually looking at just the hottest 100 for 2020 just to kind of like prove my point here. And like the Tame Impala album from that year, I feel like people talk about the least. The songs that Billie Eilish put out that year, it's actually kind of all overshadowed by the stuff that she had on the album that was released a year after anyway, because that was basically a lead up singles towards Happier Than Ever. I think even had the Bond song. No one talks about that anymore.
Yeah,
No.
the Bond song was alright.
Yeah, but no one really talks about it.
I know, I'm just saying, like, there was some good stuff. I like Posthumous Forgiveness a lot. Off that Tame Impala album.
No, I'm not saying that it wasn't good.
I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm just saying, there's stuff to remember, but no one wants to. That's kind of a shame.
I don't know what we're even saying anymore, Dominic. Let's kiss. But it just feels like that kind of year. That's how it is when it came to all those COVID stuff. And with every little trend in music or every little topic in music, I shouldn't say a politic is just a trend, but sometimes, unfortunately, it is.
Yep.
With that, there is obviously a large pile of crap and there is a large pile of good. But COVID, just that era, just had so much negative shit that it feels like all the good was kind of washed over from that.
Sure.
Like, you can remember it, but you just don't go out of your way to. And I mean, some of those COVID songs, I get that some of them were made for just like coping. I mean, the worst of it all will forever be fucking the Imagine cover. That was just
yes.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But there were even small independent artists doing their own song, and some of them tried to make it kind of like a. They tried to make it like some fantasy world. I remember was in one of them, and it was just like this this doesn't work.
Everyone tries their best to memory hole that time, and I think that's a mistake. Like, yeah, it was not a great time, but
No.
because we forgot what it was like, we kind of find ourselves in the situation we're in.
Yeah.
What are we moving on to next?
Trix,
We've got 5 albums.
talk to us about house music.
Yeah. This is I found this uh doing mushrooms. This popped up on an artist that covered a song off of this popped up on the playlist, and as I was going through the artist, this came up, and I'm like, oh, this is just house music.
Not only is it house music,
So
it is the first house album.
yes, extremely early acid house, all like 808, 303, and one other synth. It's very interesting.
Yes, 1982. Well, this version that
Yep.
we're hearing is from 2004. I think that's why there's like 3 other random tracks attached to it.
Yes. I'll be real, I only listened to the basic one. I didn't listen to any of the new tracks.
They're not related as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
I figured.
Personally, I don't think they're much worth talking about. I felt like they were just
No.
there.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But I thought this was really cool.
Yeah, it's extremely cool. It's not only is it a stop on our global adventure of covering music from every country, it's a prototype to a whole genre.
Did you know that when
I
they
can definitely respect it as the prototype, but it is way too simple for me to truly get into.
Oh, I'm gonna be real. I did not vibe with this at all. Um, I did a paper on Indian music in college, and I've listened to a lot of it, and I just it's I can't get into ragas.
I mean, from what I know, ragas typically have like vocals, right?
Yeah,
So like the main instrumentation is kind of taking the place of the vocals, and I thought kind of that fusion was interesting.
it is. It's an interesting album. It's just I can only take so much sometimes.
Sure.
It's very like songs, and this is always house and acid house. It's very loopy. It's very kind of samey for the whole time that it goes on there. Which let's not say that I'm going to make this a full critique because I love Daft Punk and that's all follows on from what's been created from albums like this.
Yes.
It's just my main issue. You know, I don't hate this. You know, it is actually there are moments where and fuck me if I'm going to remember the song titles in there. Showing my whiteness or whatever. There are bop moments on here, and it is still enjoyable. But I feel like just because of how simple the loops kind of get, I just can't find myself entertained enough for the runtime of these songs. That's probably on me,
Hmm.
but that's just how I felt going into this. It felt kind of a struggle to get through when you're purposely trying to listen to it.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
there, but like if you kind of let it play, you can kind of fall into it. But if you really focus on it, it's a little intimidating.
Yeah, like I could
Yes.
see this Trix being really good kitchen music just because you don't really have to focus on it in that sense.
It's all right. It doesn't have enough oomph to it. There's a much better example of kitchen music this week.
I can imagine. I another thing I noticed on these tracks is that there was always a tendency towards the end to kind of like do a new beat or like new something or other, a new instrument or
Mhm.
something that kind of like gave it some oomph. I appreciated those like last 30 seconds of a lot of these.
Yeah.
There's also like a vocoder at one of the tracks that was really cool.
Oh, I think it was the opening track.
No, the vocoder was like, I don't know, in the mid section.
Gotcha. I vaguely remember something like that in the beginning too. I could be wrong, but interesting stuff.
Like I appreciate that. Like it's so simple. Like it truly is kind of the history of a lot of shit we've listened to.
Yeah. Like this was an important thing to cover without realizing.
Yeah. And look, I'm sure if we were there in the 80s when this first came out in 82, it would have blown our mind. And it's done its job for having a legacy that it hasn't.
The drugs were probably better in the 80s too.
But it's also one of those things.
It's you go first, Dominic.
It's one of those albums that kind of got revitalized by the internet and like a more interested look at the history of house music and things. Thing that was not really popular when I was around, not really popular for most of the Charanjit's life. Started performing, this stuff in clubs like the 2010s. And he died a few years later. Like, it only mattered when the internet decided to matter.
Yeah.
Not for that would we even listen.
Probably not.
We should, because I think it's important. But there's probably a lot of albums like this we don't know about.
Oh, 100%.
Fritz.
I really wasn't going to say anything important anyway. It's cool. I feel like when you said I can't hate U2 or with that, that's where I'm at with this one. Like I feel like this is something less hateable, just maybe just because of its legacy. But yeah, I don't know.
It's not the top of the week, but I feel like
No.
on a different week, this probably could have had a shot somewhere.
It probably could have, but it was a kind of stacked week this week.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really tell you a favorite or least favorite. The titles are not. I know one of the later ones was was a little more dynamic. Some of the early ones are really cool. I don't know. I wish I knew a little bit more about the language to really tell you.
Yeah, I'll agree. It's kind of a blender.
I'll agree. It's a bit of a blender. It's a great post. You're talking about taking drugs. It's on Arsa Shrooms. I'm scared and feel lonely. Help, please. It's a lot. And someone just comments, "Boo! I'm a scary ghost."
Uh.
All right. Well, what are we moving on to next, Trix?
Why don't we talk about Blue Diner?
Yeah, Blue Diner. So, I picked this one because I like Blue Diner.
Fair enough.
Now I understand why you said Grief Eater kind of sounded like an Australian emo band.
Yeah, there's the shoegaze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice, warm blanket. It's kind of like a fuzzy blue kind of tint to the emo.
Shoegaze.
Also, when they played A Window Broken live in Sydney the last time, they had Lace Angel featuring, or two of the members from that featuring on there, and they did a screamo breakdown. That was cool.
Ooh.
Sick.
Yeah. I don't think there was any lyrics. I think they just screamed. Cool.
Sick.
Improvise. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, apparently on their last show, which was a house show, they a couple of the members, and I think a couple of the members of a band called EJ Wood, they did a Freight cover set.
Oh.
Sick.
All right.
Yeah. So when I see them on Saturday, I'm yelling at them to do the Freight cover set. That's just how it goes. Anyway, jUs2ce by a Blue Diner. Very kind of soft shoegazy, but you definitely can get that emo tinge in there from the Brisbane 4-piece. They released a couple singles back in 2024. They weren't radio silent. They were touring quite a lot in 2025. They're still kind of touring quite a lot, but then this year they're like, "Yep, album's coming out." Didn't have a single one of those singles on it. I feel like my biggest problem with this album is that they probably could have added the singles onto this. It is very short and feels like it could build up to a lot more that's happening on it. I feel like that's probably a good criticism to go like, "Hey, you can do more with this," because like I can see where this is going, but it just doesn't. It doesn't do what it can.
It's short and the interstitials, while nice, There's
Yeah.
two interstitials on a track on an album that's like 22 minutes or something.
Yeah. So it's like a 7-song album.
Yeah. I mean,
That being said, the 7 songs on here are good.
if they did more, I feel like that would kind of break the, I don't know what you call it. There's like a nice lightness to it, and I think that the length helps that. Adding more tracks could have leadened it down a little bit.
Oh yeah, I can see that a little bit.
Like, I know it's maybe better to sometimes overdo it than underdo it, but I can see the argument why they would want to keep it, curt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's funny because they actually released a interlude track, Head Alone, on a compilation. Yeah, the shoegaze compilation that they were doing for it was for 4ZZZ. I can't remember exactly which one's doing it. And what they put on there was like the intro track to one of their singles that is not on the album.
Wow.
I mean, they must care about it to some degree, but
Well, it's actually they play it like live as like a tape recording before they actually play the song. And they did it with the summer break. They had like a 1 minute little demo that they were basically like they were just fucking around with, and they're like, yeah, here you go, which I think that's cool. That definitely wouldn't have fit on the album here, but it's kind of like I'm surprised that there were stuff that quite easily could have fit onto this album that they just didn't put on, and it's just you have a good time for a short period, and then it's over, and you go, I liked it, but please give more.
I liked it, and it feels kind of like floating in a nice bathtub and just kind of enjoying the day.
Yeah.
Like there are loud moments on this album, but they're so few that they actually hit.
And kind of again, in a different week, I feel like this could have easily been a number one.
Probably.
I mean, for me, it's not even the favorite of the ones that I picked, but
No.
I do enjoy this. I like Blue
Mhm.
Diner. It's a nice soft shoegazy, that opener stylus rider, which feels very kind of jewelry like as well. It hits some good dopamine. I genuinely say that this is. I don't call it a cheese sandwich because I don't have favorites of this, but it's a cheese sandwich in which I feel like there is a consistent quality in between the songs. I feel like there's distinctiveness enough between all of them as well, which is cool, seeing as they do stick to a very kind of specific sound for all of it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I would agree. It's consistent. It's very cheese sandwichy. Even with the interludes, they still add a lot, I think, to the pacing and just this sound landscape they got going on. I like them.
Mm.
I like, the tracks individually. I feel like this is not the week for me to remember everything as clearly as you do, I think, but
Mhm.
the Anemone Stylus Writer, those stand out pretty well. Window Broken, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, the highlights are Trux and a Window Broken. I do like see. I didn't know it was pronounced enemy. I don't know how to pronounce it really.
Anemone.
Yeah, I like Heavy Handed as well, but I think my favorites are Trux and a Window Broken. I do like that the two vocalists exist as two vocalists instead of like here's two people doing the same vocals.
Yeah, that gets a little
Yeah.
tiresome sometimes. Although it's impressive.
Favorites for me, I'll go Crooks and A Window Broken as well.
My least favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my least favorites. It's
No
good
least
soft
favorite.
shoegaze. Like I do say that I want more, but it is good that at least for what we've got, it's all a good consistent quality. And
And
like there isn't a single moment in which I'd say like, oh no, this could have been replaced by one of the singles. Like that's good for me to say. I would have rather them added on rather than replacing something.
right. To be clear,
Mhm.
that is soft space shoegaze instead of soft shoe space gaze.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, where are we going next?
Let's go back to Trix.
Okay. The Panturas. I found this with Domino on our Bandcamp crawl.
Yeah.
And this rocks. Not even gonna lie.
I think you like it because the singer kind of sounds like Brooks Nielsen.
Not kind of. I like it just because I think um, seeing surf rock escape America is wonderful to me because surf rock is such an American genre. It was born out of the California invention of the electric guitar by Fender,
Yeah,
and it was born out of like a mishmash of cultures, and it's fascinating watching it just get adopted by the world.
I agree.
So Trix has written that all surf rock is American.
I'm not saying that
So
all surf
shit,
rock is
American
American,
say.
Mitch. I'm saying that it
You said
started
you
out as
said you
primarily
are
an
saying
American genre.
you are saying it is good to see surf rock out of America when I've brought so many Australian surf rock bands
Well,
into your
as
rotation.
Australia doesn't count because surfing was invented by Australians.
Australian surf rock. Let's go into the good old Wikipedia here.
It was popularized by Australians.
The Atlantics are an Australian surf band founded in 1961.
When did Dick Dale start putting out albums?
Dick Dale.
I'm seeing 50s.
I would believe that.
I'm just trying to say that the surf rock has been out of America for a long time.
Oh, I know it has, but this is my first time seeing it outside of more of a Western
Let's get
audience.
the distance between Indonesia and Australia. Hold on.
Rich, you know what the fuck I mean. Stop being intentionally obtuse.
This is just too fun. Let's see. Yes, if I am correct, Indonesia is just above Australia.
It is, but you know what the fuck I mean, Rich. It's
I do, but
fucking almost
this is
4
fun.
a.m. over here. I fucking worked 50 hours this weekend in a fucking kitchen
I slave all day, all week to
over a
feed you
hot
kids.
stove.
For
Hey,
you.
this rocks.
This is great.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, I liked it when we covered it on our mini-sode, and I like that we did a completely different album from the one that we even listened to.
Yeah,
I feel like in
I
terms
listened to
of
a bunch.
like
I'm not gonna lie.
what's probably the more like legacy inducing of your picks, it's the first one. What's the one I enjoy more? It's this one.
Yeah.
To me, I like a bit of surf rock.
Yeah,
It's good.
Like the
Nah,
duet was nice. Features were good.
yeah.
this is the one this week I'm actually calling a cheese sandwich, just because I didn't look at the titles at all.
I mean, I think All I Want is really cool. I like Masa Lambo as well.
I like Jimmy Labrador.
Tafsir Mystic was also good. Like, there's a lot to like.
Yeah.
Like, and I do mean like I kept thinking that he kind of sounds like Brooks Nielsen. It's kind of weird,
Well, I did find these guys under the surf goth tag.
right? But like, yeah,
Beach goth, yeah.
Yeah,
That profile picture goes so hard.
it does.
wow, they
Yeah,
really fucking
these
got
guys
it.
rock.
Why didn't we cover Fisherman's Slut? That's a great fucking title. It's just a song.
Fisherman's Slut.
But it is on an EP. Or is it an album?
Ooh.
I don't know. Yeah, what a fucking title. And
Yeah.
have you seen what the have you seen what the image is of Fisherman's Slut? It's a mermaid.
Oh,
It's
that's
half
great.
fish, half woman. I don't see the problem here.
That is a mermaid.
There's a story about the fisherman and slut. They met each other when the North Coast was so hot. I like this.
Oh,
We should cover them
yeah.
again.
We should. These guys are just good vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing a show in Jakarta in August. Ritz, if you want to go.
Yeah, let me just search up flights to Jakarta. Let's see, flights to Jakarta. We're going for the full of this, Dominic, just to see. All right, and so cool. The flights starting. Let's see if it's on the 7th of August. So I don't need to get there probably about the 6th of August since it's international. So flights are starting at $634. If I get back on the 8th. One person, yeah, from Sydney. Let's go check it. What's Expedia say? Don't need to sign in. It's all fine. Cool. So, it's looking like that would probably cost me about after accommodation, after all that, probably about $3,000.
What's the problem? You have nothing else going on this year, do you?
Yeah.
No, you're right. There's nothing else I could possibly be spending money. I didn't totally already spend 4.4K on a on another important a trip that I might be taking.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
All good.
Antarctica? Jesus.
Dominic, when he finds out honeymoon prices.
No, you're going to Hobart. That's right. You're gonna visit. What's her name? Courtney Barnett.
Yes.
You got so many wrong with that.
Yes, her lover in the song was from Hobart,
Yep.
but that was kind of a joke.
Not
That
where
is where
Courtney
my
Barnett
brain
is.
was going to for some reason with Courtney Barnett. I'm not even gonna lie.
She's not in Hobart anymore. I'm not gonna see her.
Well, this is a great band.
Yeah.
Yep. Pay $3,000 to watch them.
Yeah.
If you have the money to spend, why not?
Indeed.
I call this a cheese sandwich just because I didn't look at any of the title sources listening.
Fully agree.
I said my favorites. It's a great album overall. Favorites.
Same as Domino. Jim Labrador. Know these favorites.
This is easy this week. All these albums are pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about Captain Jazz.
Alrighty, so
Enjoyed the product.
let's go
Regale us.
into the start of this whole Captain Jazz the product era. So a couple weeks before the release of the album, Captain Jazz announced that there was going to be a name change from Captain Jazz to Cash Jazzy. They released their debut single as Cash Jazzy, I Love You Like Pizza, where Doug was no longer the singer, would move to the guitarist. It was a lot more kind of poppy for their sound, and had lyrics that were basically just comparing someone to pizza. This was all with the whole signing to forget what the label was called. During the lead up into the album, Captain Jazz as Cash Jazzy announced that Douglas Kinsella had been removed from the band, as the band no longer agreed with him. This led to a lot of confusion.
Well, they also
as
said there
we
was a lot
thought
of
that
behavioral problems as well.
Yeah, we all thought that Douglas Kinsella was the band, but no, they weren't. So now Cash Jazzy was looking for a new guitarist in the lead up to the release. As the product gets released, as Old Memories was the album was originally going to be released as, Douglas hacks into the interview and changes the release from Old Memories to the product. Now, as I had only been kind of paying half attention, I am ashamed to admit that I was bamboozled. I was led astray. And
We all were.
because of that, was very confused going into this and thinking, damn it, the Captain Jazz, this better be a damn good album. You got
It
lucky.
was. Yeah.
Douglas, if you are listening, I have two requests for you. One, fucking chart this album and Clone Hero again, you coward. And two, come on the podcast. We want
Yeah.
you.
We would love to talk.
We
to
want
you.
you. Because I want to know what was going in your head.
Look, if we can get Elizabeth Whitington, we can get Douglas Kinsella.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Because I want to know at what point you thought. I guess it should be asked by the person who's named their band Captain Jazz. It was already going to have issues there anyway. But I feel like out of all the risky things to do for a PR for an album, faking being kicked out of the band due to behavioral problems is truly one of the risky ones to do.
Yeah.
It worked in the end because it kind of did fit the vibe that you're going for the release, but also, as someone who didn't quite get in on the joke, I was genuinely concerned there for a second.
It did draw attention to the band again, so like they
Sure.
succeeded.
Indeed.
But most importantly, I realized there was only one thing I needed to give a shit about. Does this album fuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
it fucks pretty
I,
hard.
I was kind of like wondering because the self-titled I consider to be it just because it was a shit post didn't mean that it wasn't serious. There was a big kind of comical nature to not only like just I guess some of the lyrics in there, but the actual songwriting in there, like 445 words, kind of turning into that trap song at the end. Nickelback Photograph having that just that little whistle that's not on key or on time or anything, and just I shouldn't say on key on time. That just kind of comes in and out at random points just to overextend the outro. Microphones and 3030. I think that one was already as beautiful enough as a shitpost without even mentioning the advertising and during the music video for that song by going into random Gary's mod servers.
And the world's a marketable place, and I am no longer afraid to sell.
Yep.
But also, just on the music front, fucking "Forever's a Cool Word" is a great song.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's deeply emotionally cathartic,
And I was wondering on this album, were we going to get that true kind of shitpost? And I mean, we did get some, like from going from 777 seconds to a straight up country, old country song, where was a true kind of peak, Captain Jazz moment. But I was wondering if we are going to get that true shitpost. And then when that fucking advertisement came in which sounds like this serious kind of sample happening of that kind of like movie breakdown on a relationship sample, and then it turns into a fucking ad for the album. I knew we were so back.
yes,
Yeah.
I love you, Captain Jazz, the product.
I love you, Captain Jazz, the product.
I love you, Captain Jazz, the product.
I mean, and well, plus we still get track number 9, "Never Mean."
Yep.
Yeah,
That's still kind of a shit posty title.
very much so.
But also, and let's not forget, I got bamboozled last week when we talked about the first 2 tracks.
Yep. Come back down here to it's actually they're both called Come Back Down Here, but on like Spotify it's Come Back Down Here and then Corn Back Down Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like kerning.
And it starts off kind of just very simple Douglas singing his heart out in there and then goes straight to the screamo song afterwards. And it's that beautiful album structure where that's why I love this artist.
And I would
Because
also
they do this contrast to make the joke, and because of it, it hits.
Yeah.
which is risky because I think when I first listened, I was kind of like, oh my god, are they gonna blow their load on the first track? And they did.
Nope.
But the load was just so consistently shooting throughout.
Yeah.
Okay, Domino.
And let's not even talk about the peak that is the fucking It's just the album art. It is true kind of
It looks
that's
kind of like softcore pornography you'd see in a romance novel cover.
yeah.
It's also
It's so perfectly shit.
yes, but it also seems
Yeah.
like an album cover I would have seen like other teenagers on Tumblr back in the day obsessing about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I talk about like behind the shit posting in there is serious actual topics going into this, and I talked with the last album with the self-titled, behind all that shit posting everything, you could see someone trying to talk about and kind of where they feel like they belong with their art, and trying to express their art, and the products behind all this shit is shit posting. Yet you do get talk about kind of art being a product now, which still kind of figures into that similar theme, I guess. But instead of it kind of being more of someone's personal journey in music, it's more trying to talk about the landscape of it.
And like, this is such a clearly produced album. Such a it's just so nicely made. It sounds wonderful. And you can tell there's an evolution. You can tell that there's some success that came from the previous album. and I think that's really cool. Like I'm not gonna say I wrote off Captain Jazz, but like I was not familiar with your game in a way because like I was like, oh yeah, Captain Jazz self-titled, it's a great album. But are we gonna have that again? Oh, actually, yes, we are.
Yeah, it's gone from like this is more than just like this kind of random album that came out that was really cool and really underrated to like this is an underrated artist.
Yes.
Absolutely. Um, 777 seconds with one of the best verses of "I've been mashing X on a cinematic, masturbating at the thought of this being something tragic."
Mhm.
And of course,
But also, one of the things that we mentioned when we last covered Captain Jazz was they know how to write a hook,
yeah.
and that
Yeah.
that happens on that song as well, and on a bunch of these songs. Like they're not all of them have the full kind of chorus moments, but like, when a chorus wants to be made on this, it hits.
Gonna take more than love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just those good moments that just know how to get stuck in your head and be memorable like that. Is what makes the album kind of surprisingly easy to get into.
And they give you the things you're looking for. They give you the breakdown. They give you the like screamed final moments of the track that are repetitive but very emotionally powerful and like a chair with wheels.
Hmm.
They give you the things that you're looking for to feel some kind of way, some kind of emotional catharsis, some like something.
And let's not forget about the buyer on Bandcamp. I'm falling in love with you, baby. I'm folded in love with you, baby. Ooh, baby, I'm falling in love with you. That's the whole bio of this album.
Incredible.
Beautiful. Incredible. Oh, sorry, that just says, do you even know what DK stands for?
DK
Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong.
Nonga Kong.
Donkey Konga.
Who up Konging the donkey right now?
Okay, Trix.
The
Okay,
music
Dominic
don't
the
matter. You
donkey.
think anyone listens past track 3?
No.
Nah. Nah, the best songs off this album are past track 3, but nah, no one does.
Throw in the
Yeah.
rain, tea made of snakes, hold my hand to her leg, drown every sim that I create.
Uh, Douglas, please
Good
just
job.
chart it on Clone Hero at least.
Please come on the podcast.
I I will play through the whole album again, I swear.
I will make a bootleg T-shirt of dubious legal. Um. I lost the thought.
I will illegally download your music onto CDs and sell them at random merch stalls.
I'm gonna make a bootleg T-shirt. It feels very in line.
I imagine like a version of the cover, but it's like fucked up. Like you cut off like a big L shape off the, like the top and the left side,
Okay.
like
Yeah,
action jazz.
I feel like as time goes, it will be the true kind of. I'll compare which album I like more out of the two Captain Jazz we've done, but
Yeah.
they're both just really good albums.
Very much so, and like they both have a track that I gravitated to immediately that will stick with me. I'm very happy about it.
Hmm.
There are other good tracks as well. I'm not just say it's just one, but like get me in with that one track, and then it opens up the rest of the album.
Yes.
Favorites for me off this, Toy Soldiers 2, 777 seconds, Come Back Down Here, and Never Mean. No least favorite.
Damn good cheese sandwich. No least favorite.
I really, really like "Come Back Down Here." I think that's a wonderful song. I really like "Toy Soldiers 2" and "A Chair with Wheels." "Clams in a Bucket" is very cute, and of course, "My Shotgun and Your Shotgun" is a great way to end it. Great way.
Yes.
God, did not expect this to be as good as it was, which was my mistake, really. But now, talk about Ross.
Yes.
Yeah.
Justice's
Cross.
Cross. Uh,
Ugh.
fuck, man. Fucking high school times. Me and this album. Me flipping between fucking Of Montreal's Paralytic Stalks and Justice's Cross on the bus. What a time. What a time. That was
Yeah,
fucking
I have
incredible.
memories of playing Fallout 3's Into the Pit while listening to this.
This is a fucking incredible album.
This is
It is.
an album that's got some absolutely fantastic old timers in the dance genre songs onto it. And I think kind of falls off at the end. I'm sorry.
Mm,
I'm ready to be a hot take on this one.
Okay.
I would still argue that Dance does not fit the album, but it's such a good song. It's kind of hard to argue
No, I
about it.
fully agree. It doesn't fit the album. There's a song that does a bit of a callback to it, which doesn't work on this. But
No,
Dance
but it bangs anyway.
DANCE as a song is one of the all-time club tunes.
Yeah.
But then there are other tracks I don't like as much. Like I don't like New Jack a lot, but like listening to New Jack on its own, it's still good. But in its placement, it is
Yeah.
surrounded by some of the fucking heaviest hitters of the era.
Oh god.
And look, I will agree because on one topic that I've heard a lot of people say about this album, and that Genesis is one of the best album openers of all time.
Yes.
It is a really fucking good opener to this album. In the sense of, like, it's not one of my favorite songs of all time, but if you talk about doing its job as an album opener, flawless.
Bombastic, it's loud, it tells you everything you need about what like the style of the band and like what they're doing. And then Let There Be Light kind of like just like furthers you more on the promise of like this mix of like electronic and disco strings and samples and like darkness. There's good darkness too. And then of course you get the dance number, you get the bright lights and the harsh tones, but very, very bright, very sunny. And then you go back down again to the pit of like fucking dark clubs at midnight. Fucking everyone's fucking high off their ass. No one's speaking anymore. There's not a lot of vocals on the album. It's fascinating how kinetic and how energetic it still is.
Yes, yeah.
And like again, like you have your dips and your peaks and your valleys, your dips and your peak and your high marks. Jesus, can't talk. And like Valentine, a cute song. I don't know if it totally belongs, but I get why it's there. Phantom and Phantom Part 2 are such an incredible set piece. You need something to kind of calm down for a second.
Yes.
And I will go to the mat to defend The Party and DVNO, but especially The Party.
I mean, I feel like from Valentine, though, that's where I start to just kind of drop off a bit on the album. Like, I don't hate anything of it. I think they're still good, but it's where my least kind of favorite moments of this record kind of come in
my
that
favorite
second
track
half.
is in the back half.
I feel like this is just a front half loaded album for me. I think that first half is really fucking good.
It's an amazing first half. Like it's hard to argue with how good it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like among the kind of supplemental tracks, the kind of in-betweeners like New Jack Valentine, I think Stress is the best one. It's very stressful song to listen to.
It works in the kitchen though.
I'm sure it does. I am sure it does.
I whenever I would put this on, everyone would just fucking lock in.
And I think Waters of Nazareth is such a cool song too. It was like their first single.
That is my favorite track off this album. I have gone down many a rabbit hole trying to figure out that distortion tone and just how they did it for during Waters of Nazareth, and what I've gathered, they like sampled the decay of a distorted note and then made that the attack.
Interesting.
It's wild shit.
And
For
one
a
of
while, this was also one of the few albums I could put on at work without my coworker complaining. Like he only listened to like EDM and Drake, and I would just put this on, and he would be like, "Okay, that's like the one good one you put on."
like I these songs are so strong, so visual to me. I get so many
Yeah,
different associations with them. Waters of Nazareth, this sounds a lot like cars and like racing. 1 minute to
see that
midnight. 1 minute to midnight. I always think of you remember the iTunes commercials that were just like the silhouettes of people dancing.
with the earbuds.
Yeah,
Yes,
like 1 minute to midnight feels like the song that they should be dancing to. Like imagine a
I can
club
see
full of
that.
those people.
Yeah,
Of the party is like the perfect fucking trashy fucking Euro trash kind of song, but also kind of like way predicts kind of the I don't know what you call it, like the descent into like a lot of pop culture and celebrity and weird shit. Again, like LMFAO came a lot later.
I feel
yeah.
like you deserve to go to the gulag for even mentioning LMFAO during a justice talk.
We will be covering Party Rock Mansion at some
Sure,
point.
but again, what is what is what
I
is
do
Uffy
love that you
saying?
did say that. Hold on, just you said that as a threat, Trix, and I know that you meant it as a threat.
Yeah.
What is Uffy saying?
I was thinking about covering The Cure again next week. Maybe it'll be LMFAO or just
Maybe.
Red Foo.
Trix, I'm glad work treats you badly.
What can I
You
say
deserve
on
you
that?
deserve this. I don't know what else to tell you anymore. More shaky graves, more LMFAO. Fuck, man.
No, I will be nice.
um
Uh,
But like, what is Uffy saying in that song? If it's not kind of like what LMFAO is saying in their songs, talking
Yeah.
about getting fucking drunk in the club.
In the club.
DVNO I defend a little bit less because it's kind of more cheesy, and the lyrics are a little more like, okay, come on, fine, sure. A Phantom Part
Oh,
Two, fucking amazing.
yeah, it is.
I will still say that the Phantom Part One, it's fucking Carmen. Like,
Yeah.
the way it's the cadence of it, the way it's done, it sounds like that fucking opera.
Yeah.
No one ever
I
This,
like
fucking
this
Phantom
is
does.
just a
Part 2 more than
phenomenal
Phantom
album.
Part 1.
I think they're one song. It's hard. It's impossible to just say one is better than the other. They lead into each other so perfectly.
Favorites for me for Don is going to be Genesis, Dance, and Phantom Part 2. Least favorite's going to be Valentine.
I didn't say I was dumb. I was just hoping someone else had something to talk about other than me just going on and on about it.
I'm not really, because I think you got more to say than I do. I like it.
Yeah, I
I think
just
it's front loaded. It bangs. I don't know what else I can tell you.
um should we cover Mixergate?
Let's Mixergate.
Like it, where for a while it thought that they found that whenever Justice was playing live, they were fake because there was a photo of one of the dudes with an unplugged mixer at a show,
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that.
which it's false from what I understand, but it's always a fun conversation to just bring up.
I mean, and, again, this is another fucking French duo, like Ange de Poitry, although they're Quebecian, but also Daft Punk. I'm like, what is fucking going on with these?
Yeah, the French are debaucherous.
Can't even find, like, what am I even searching for if I type in Justice Mixer Controversy? It doesn't do it.
Um, I'm gonna Google it myself. I heard what it was. The Justice, not Justine, Justice duo mixer.
What era was this even?
I don't know.
This is like early-ish.
Yeah, 2008, or a photo of the duo with a unplugged MIDI controller. I'm posting the photo.
I know I've seen it a long time. But of course, I wanted to pick U2 with Justice because of the Christian association.
I didn't realize there was a Christian association with Justice.
It's a cross on the cover, Trix.
Hey, you can have a cross and be secular.
It's very true.
I mean,
There's a
look at
cross on
fucking
the
Black
cover.
Sabbath, Tony Iommi's SG with the sterling silver cross inlays all up down and down the neck.
Yeah, where do I get one of those necklaces with the lowercase t on it?
You like my shirt? It's from this company called Joy Division.
Does anything say about them actually being Christian? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you can like the cross is just good
Yeah,
visual.
but there's going to be a Christian connotation with it when there's a cross on the cover.
Just like there's a Christian connotation when fucking Bono sings about Christian shit.
There's a Christian connotation every time I take a shit because I am praying the good Lord.
Well, I can't fucking stop that. I
Okay, while we're on the topic of kind of like early 2000s, do you guys remember the farting preacher?
the what you kind of broke up there.
The farting preacher.
No,
It was like this televangelist that somebody like overdubbed a bunch of farts onto,
as does happen.
and like he's making faces. It's great. I'll link it after the show.
I'm sure I've seen it. Sounds wonderful.
I smell bread, bacon, in Heaven's Kitchen. And it's just ripping ass. Anyways, this album fucks unbelievably hard.
I think this is an amazing album even today. It's hard to think of many albums that go this fucking hard for this many tracks. It is a little uneven at times. Even the
Dare
lesser
I say it?
tracks. Yes, Trix.
Maybe a 10 out of 10.
I am kind of thinking that it's like right on the order, like right on the edge for me. Either 10 out of 10 or just
Like
below.
a 9.9.
It's like an 8 for me. Sorry.
But like fucking the first 6 tracks, like as a whole, the collective, amazing. One of the best to do it.
I prefer the back half. I'll be the dissonant opinion here.
The back half is also very good. I can't. It's
Waters of Nazareth just scratches an itch deep in my lizard brain that craves fuzz and distortion.
that's very true, and I'm sure you like that one fucking bass fill, in, Phantom Part 2.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to learn that for years. Just that whole outro bass solo in Phantom Part Two. Oh,
Incredible
like
song.
this
Incredible
has
album.
gone back into rotation from this. Thank you, Dominic.
As it should. You know, it left me for a long time, but now it's back.
I'm thinking about just committing and buying CDs for the kitchen.
I have this on CD. I still have the live album on CD as well.
And I feel like if we did CDs, it would solve the issue of who gets the aux.
God, I
Which I'll be
fucking
honest, now that I'm technically chef, I get aux duty when I'm on.
You want to know something very funny?
What?
I need to just double check this. Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
Ah, we were
Laughing
talking about
already.
how Pitchfork gave Days of Ash a 6.0.
Yep.
What did they give Cross? Let's take a look.
What do they
Pitchfork
give
gave
Cross?
8.4. Even Pitchfork says it's better. I thought for some reason I thought it was a 6 when I first read it, so I was gonna say 6.4, barely better than U2, but now.
Mm,
Anyway, fuck, Justice is good.
fuck some justice is good.
Maybe there's something to this whole French-speaking duo shit.
Uh, who wants to join me in speaking French?
Nah.
Werner Herzog. Oh, he.
Um,
I-
I'm gonna learn
favorites will be
Spanish by
favorites,
the end of
so-
the year.
Anyway, let's talk about rankings.
Yeah, this
Oh.
is gonna be a hard week. I'm not gonna lie.
I can start, I guess.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Least favorite's gonna be U2.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then I'm
I
gonna
didn't know that we were
put
both your least favorite. Jesus.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
too
winning.
long. Dude.
I win again. Then after that, I'm gonna put 10 Ragas to a disco beat. Uh, then I'm gonna put the Panturas. Then I'll put Blue Diner, and this is a tough one for me. And I'm just thinking as I feel like what did I actually like as a more full, consistent album? Because I also gave no least favorites to Blue Diner, but I feel like the peaks of Justice are enough to get it above Blue Diner. But I feel like the consistency and quality of Captain Jazz, I like it more. So sorry, Dominic, I'm doing Justice than Captain Jazz.
Bold choice.
Yeah.
It's a very close one,
I will go
but
next.
I also don't consider Cross to be a 10 out of 10, so.
Days of Ash, least favorite, no surprise. After that, 10 Ragas. If it was just the 10 tracks, maybe it'd be a little bit different, but especially with the extra tracks, second last. Then we'll do Blue Diner, then Panturas, Captain Jazz number 2, number 1 with a bullet is Crosses. Definitely on my top 100 list. It's probably in the top half, top 20. Guess I don't know for definitely in that top 100 albums of all time.
Domino's ranking is pretty much the same for me, but I'm going to swap Captain Jazz and the Panturas, meaning my list is Days of Ash, Ten Ragas, Disc 2, uh, Product, the Panturas, and then Justice Cross.
All right. Next time you hear from us, doing another interview.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise! They're back at it again.
So that did get confirmed.
As far near as I can tell, I'm not going to say who it is, just in case it doesn't. But it seems the time was said yes. It's just a matter of exchanging discords and all that. So
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
it's
As
gonna be a
long
good
as
one.
nothing bad happens to them, which should be fine, and we should be interviewing the Beatles.
Yes. Specifically, George and John.
Right.
Yeah, nothing bad's happened to them. So in the next
No.
week, fingers crossed, we'll be having an interview with them, and I maybe even Phil Spector. Ooh.
Oh, you're not going to say Pete Best?
Ooh.
Damn. Really leaving it out in the cold.
Yeah.
We can't have the best of the Beatles.
No.
But
I mean, that's why we got John and George. Well, George is
Yep.
pretty great, but
we just brought John on just to ask him about the fucking Imagine cover.
yeah,
Probably likes it.
he probably loves it.
But after that, we'll have another regular episode as far as we can tell. What are we picking for that?
I'll go first. I want to spend 2 weeks on a truly phenomenal album, and I want to just dissect it, enjoy it, love it, and I want to talk about more Cure.
Okay.
So we're gonna listen to Disintegration by The Cure.
Fair enough.
Reds, why don't you
Dominic?
go next?
Yeah, okay, cool. I'll go. So I'm picking the EP Tomorrow by our mutual friend, and by the time that we record the next one, I would have seen Wednesday again, and there isn't any new Wednesday, and I don't feel like going back on the Wednesday, so I'm just gonna pick a band that sounds like Wednesday. So covering the new Rap Boys.
Okay.
Oh shit. That's on my short list of things to pick.
There you go.
Oh. Look at that.
I've just stolen it from you.
It did. It was not my pick this week, but it's definitely been on the list for a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright. Do I want to do 2 or 3 albums? One's kind of a retread.
I don't know if I feel like doing a retread.
Well, either way, I'm definitely picking. We're gonna finally get to it. Asian Glow's Cull Fickle. But now, struggling. I think. You know what? I'm gonna go with my heart on this and say we're gonna save the other thing for another time and go with my original idea, which means. That's right, Manny.
Hi, Manny.
It's Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys.
Hey.
We gotta use some fundamentals. Get some real shit under our in our books.
The Cure and the Beach Boys.
I'm now like in my head. It's like, is that what Dominic was actually planning, or was this just like the world's greatest joke, and now we're just like not going away from it? I want to believe that it's the second one. I really do.
Little column A, little column B, probably.
Yeah. I just like the idea that Manny has chosen the album for you.
I think he was looking at his list and Manny kind of sealed the deal.
Yep.
Believe what you like. I won't stop you.
That's what we love. So shit, yeah, we got a good week, don't we?
I think this last week was fantastic. So like this is gonna be great too.
Yeah.
So
sometimes we gotta have some good ones after a real stinker.
Yeah. So then again, that's The Cure, Disintegration, Our Mutual Friends Tomorrow EP, and Rat Boy Singing to an Empty Chair. And from me, Asian Glow's Cole Fickle. They're gonna be in Chicago soon. I'm gonna see them, so I want to make sure we know this. And the Beach Boys, Pet Sound. That'll be it for Distant Waves this week. My name is Dominic. You can find me editing this show and fucking living some kind of life. I don't know what fucking life it is, but I'm living. I'll tell you that much. My blue skies in the notes.
I've been Trix, and you can catch me sweating my ass off in a kitchen for 60 hours this week.
I've been Riddlin. You can catch me trying to interrupt everybody else.
Anyway, that'll be it. Have a great night. Bye-bye.